have shifted with the events of the past year. Companies have realized that the shift from work to home has dramatically increased data security risks, which have their own technical security challenges, but also the human risk has grown exponentially, specifically related to the human aspect. As a result, companies have begun to recognize that they need insider risk management programs or insider threat programs, whatever you want to call it. There are many, many different names, but they all revolve around the same general principle. So there is so much to learn and understand about having an insider risk program. I could talk to you for a week nonstop about this, if you let me. But today, what I wanted to share with you comes from a different angle than you may not have heard about, because I was a spy or a spy handler, and I recruited insiders for a living. My job was to spot, assess, develop, and recruit humans, people who had sensitive information, and I would provide that information to the US government. These people would essentially be committing treason against their countries in order to provide the US government with this information. And I realized later that the skills and techniques and the tradecraft that I used was extremely valuable information, and that if applied properly, it could help businesses actually protect their secrets. So you could say I went from stealing organization secrets to protecting them, as I understood the nuances of human nature. Yes, I lied and I stole secrets, but as a natural empath, I took my job of protecting my assets and their families incredibly seriously. I saw it as an opportunity to do good in the world. If the US government didn't make informed decisions about military and political moves, bombs could be dropped on the wrong targets. Valuable trade relationships could disintegrate over misunderstandings. Sanctions could be levied incorrectly, or our people or assets could be attacked. So while the US government doesn't typically collect intelligence on foreign companies, many foreign nations do. And I am pretty sure you're all aware of this. So I want you to think of your organization in this way. Your people and your assets are being attacked. I don't just mean virtually, be like phishing emails or network penetration attempts, but also in person. There are attacks against your people when they travel, when they go to conferences, sometimes when they just go to grab a cup of coffee. So I wanted to share with you some common ways that people are targeted, both cyber means, which most of us are all aware of, and the human or the in-person means. Who is targeting your assets? It's more than just competitors. It's more than organized criminal groups. You and your assets are also legitimately under threat by activists, nation states, and malicious insiders. We all know that phishing is the most common method that social engineers use. Everyone's heard about phishing attempts. Hopefully people have had training on it. Hopefully people in your organizations are aware of key indicators to look for. But did you know that 67% of accidental insider threats still come from phishing attacks? 94% of malware is still distributed through emails. But negligent insiders, those are the people who are good people. They're just trying to do their job, yet they usually find workarounds or shortcuts. They want to read something hard copy, so they print at home so they can read it, and then they throw it away or recycle it, or they leave it in the seat back pocket in an airplane. Those are people that leave their company vulnerable. And those negligent insiders, that kind of unintentional insider threat accounts for 62% of all insider threat incidents. And I think it's scary that 14% of insider threat incidents are malicious. These are not good numbers, and they're only getting worse.